Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras. Hit me. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Exactly 9:20 a.m. here on the Big Conversation on 3 Music TV. You're still watching Culture Daily. Before we jump into the big convo, real quickly as well, don't forget to brush your teeth morning and evening with Pepsodent charcoal or the herbal toothpaste. The charcoal is made from a fine blend of fluoride, natural charcoal, lemon, mint, and zinc. This will help whiten your teeth. And the herbal toothpaste is made from green tea and herbal extracts. Now, this helps. It's formulated to repair and protect your gums whilst giving you an all-round cooling sensation. So how about that? Please brush your teeth morning and evening with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. Now, if you need to talk to a dentist for free, you can call their toll-free number on 0800 161 000, and you can get to talk to a dentist for free. You can also get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Or their customer care number is 0800 2030. 0800 2030. Pepsodent, every smile matters. Betway is also in the news this morning, and they are proud to introduce a brand new game to you. It's called the Fly X with Win Boost. It's a game and it's very simple, okay? Very, very simple. You bet, blast, and boost your way up to the biggest winnings ever. It's such a fun game. Now you can win up to 300% more on your earnings, so that means you triple your winnings. So don't miss out. Play Fly X with Win Boost exclusively at betway.com.gh. Now, talking Betway real quickly, since we're talking Betway, let's bring our guys in, our Game 11 team in. Earlier on, they were on Sports Direct with Kojo Trip. Now they doing a quick gifting for us this morning on a quick package they have. You know, the Game 11 football festival is happening very soon. Trip, you want to give us some quick info on that?
It's happening tomorrow at the AIS Park, you know, along the Boundary Road from 10 a.m. till when your mother calls the next day.
So when mama
till
calls.
your mom calls.
Do you have an idea the activities happening?
So there's going to be music, there's going to be food, you know, and sports. It's actually going to be a tournament, you know, 16 teams going to battle it out for the cash prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis. And also there's going to be there's 100 girls coming in there.
100?
Yeah, 100
okay,
girls.
Hold on right there. Hold on with the girls. So we have our gift packs here. Thank you so much, guys. First off, I love the boxes. So I'm going to keep the box after I take the stuff out. You know that feeling, right? Yeah. I'm keeping boxes, man. I'm keeping the boxes. Perfect for, you know, some sneakers and some stuff as well. But let's see what's in the goodie bag. You know, that's also exciting. I want to know.
Yeah, there's one here right here.
Oh,
my head.
Oh, that's please come this way and leave the other people out of this competition and this. Yes. Thank you very much. Oh, I like this. Oh, so it's got my name in there. You know, I feel so special about it. Yeah, thank you. And the cap, yeah.
Oh, that's not
this
bad.
one. Yeah. Wait. my head is small, so I have to reduce the size a little bit. But it's a friend of mine. Yeah. You know, when you wear them like, yo, how do I look? Thank you very much. And then my jersey officially
a customized one.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
That's our brand. Yeah, we customize that. So.
Okay. All right. That's dope.
That's dope.
Wow, I like this. Thank you so much. So, and then the bottle. Yeah. So each team member is getting one as well, I do believe, right? Yeah. Please, if you don't put the boxes in front of them, it will be a problem. It will be a very big problem.
How would you know which one is?
Oh, you don't need to open it. Just keep it. I like this.
Okay,
I love it. It feels good.
Quality.
Yeah, no, the quality is good. You know what I mean? The quality is really good. It's really good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You know?
Oh, they got my name right.
Oh.
They got your name right.
Yeah. Not a lot of people
wait, your name is on it too?
I think this one I didn't get the name right, so I didn't bring it.
Hey, it's okay, it's fine.
Give me the mistake.
It's fine.
Are you gonna be?
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you
really
so
appreciate
much.
it. Really appreciate it. You sure say this EBC really on?
Why? Your own loss.
Guys, thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. We'll look forward to this over the weekend, right?
Tomorrow.
I mean, okay, I'm pushing over the weekend. Tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow is the weekend, though.
The weekend starts early. Thank you so very much. Really appreciative of this parcel and this gift, and I'm very sure people are going to be there as well to celebrate. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Anyway, so there you have it. Me feely, just here.
Just the quality.
Oh no, the quality.
Yeah, quality.
Getting it right.
They got my name right.
Yeah.
You want the moment?
Oh,
I do.
I bet for Tamio.
What's wrong one?
I mean, Robin who crowd.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll.
A lot of people just like to omit the L in my name, like it's not there.
It's C4.
What's that?
Yeah, it's E4.
It's a conflict situation.
No, but this is good. So, Game 11 team, thank you so much. We love this. We'll be there tomorrow. Again, help me out.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yes, AIS Park.
AIS
along
Park.
the Boundary Road from 10 a.m. till when your mom calls.
Yeah.
So
when
please, she doesn't call early.
don't call early. We'll be there definitely. You heard it for yourself as well. Was it free? Is it free to enter?
Yeah, it's a free entry. You know,
Okay.
there's
All
going
right.
to be music, DJ sets. You know,
Yeah,
artists
and
are
100
coming
girls.
to perform. Yeah, 100 girls. That's coming to play for charity. You know, so yeah.
So I actually saw a list of the girls who'll be playing, and my friends will be playing. Debbie's playing. Marianne is playing. About 3 or 4 of my friends will be playing, so I'm excited to go
Will you
see
be
them. No, I'm not playing.
Yeah. There was a party over the weekend last week called something in tanks and bikini or
Tanks and
something.
bikinis.
Yes, the ladies went there in their bikinis.
Wow.
And then, so I'm hoping that they also go there in their jerseys. Yes. What you
Are
do
you sure?
for the goose, you do
Well, I
for
have a
the
lot of
Ghana.
jerseys I can go with, so
All right.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're looking at that. Anyway, let's get into our conversation now as well. It's already 26 past. And before that, Blacko got a message for us because there's a brand new Note 40 and Note 40 Pro available with crazy features, wireless fast charge, camera screen, big. You enjoy some 108 megapixel on the OIS rear camera. The sound is boosted by JBL. And plus, you get an installment payment of 30% down payment, or you can pay 19 CDs every single day, and it's all yours. And all this comes with 30 gigabytes of free data from Telecel for 6 months. And it's available for you at any accredited store, like they say, approved by the one and only Blacko. Sarkodie, happy birthday. Belated birthday to you, bro.
Belated happy birthday.
Yeah. Belated birthday to you, bro. Recently, in a conversation on one of our stations, Hits FM to be precise, our very own Joe Fraser was also caught up in a convo where he was asked about the greatest rappers of all time. And he made reference, he was asked if Sark falls into that. Well, he looked at it from different angles. We'll get that video to you shortly, but let's do a roundhouse conversation on our greatest rappers in Ghanaian history. In Joe Fraser's words, he referenced Lord Kenya. And I'm very sure everybody's got it right. But let me just get everybody's personal opinion on who they think is one of the greatest rappers of all time in your life journey. Yeah, in Ghana. I just want to see what the house thinks. Cyril will say Cyril, but he's disqualified, so just choose another person.
Are you starting me?
Yes.
Oh, Cyril.
To you, who would you give as somebody that not necessarily by any order, but who would you think we should look at as one of the arguably the greatest rappers in Ghanaian history?
So let's clutch and put it in neutral for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's clarity that needs to start the conversation before we go deep. There's a difference between the greatest rapper
And the rapper of greats.
and the biggest rap artist or the greatest rap brand.
Okay.
Because Drake is not the greatest rapper of all time, but he's probably the greatest rap artist or the rap brand. Totally different. There's 10 billion people who rap better than Drake.
Yes.
So when this conversation comes up in Ghana or wherever all the time, and we're having all these bands, I always keep quiet on it because I realize that people are comparing apples, oranges, and slippers. It's a mix of quote unquote things that cannot be compared. Because if you were looking at skill set, it will shock you that the top 5 that you keep praising probably don't have it when it comes to skill set. If you're talking about brand and success and commercial viability, then you have a totally different list of people. If you're talking about people who have the purest skill and people who have actually achieved things in the world of rap and hip hop, it's not your local superstars either. So there's
but you can comfortably say that Eminem happens one of the greatest rappers of all time, right?
Skill set purely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's replicate that in Ghana. I just want to cut his.
No, you see, but
so let's replicate that in Ghana. Let's bring that same analogy of whatever convinces you to partly say that Eminem can be considered as one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Yeah.
So who would that be for in our Ghanaian landscape?
Skill set. Oh no, skill set.
Yeah, skill set. I mean, so in your 80s to now.
Still the same guy I mentioned the first
Serial,
time.
like you did not yet.
Like, bro, like I'm still like I'm doing this.
I said without aside him.
No, it can't be like.
He said,
what are you talking about?
It can be.
It can be. Then let me excuse you. Then you can add me to the list. Then I won't be on the show.
No.
I'm dead serious.
All right,
like,
yo, aside you.
there is no aside me.
Okay, after you.
How many kings do you want?
After you.
Prince,
After me.
give us the prince.
Any of my brothers can go. EL can go. Manifest can go. Sak can go. J Tango go. Ali can go.
But you need to combine popularity, lyrics, brand, and all those things. So
no, when it comes to the Grammys, it's not the pop stars, the pop rap artists who are winning them. When it comes to your BETs,
who for Ghana here?
Who for Ghana here? They rap. Cyril they rap brutal.
The fact that the art form is subjective makes it even harder.
The question itself is wrong.
Charlie, why do I mean ask these rappers?
No, it's not about the rappers. You
I
see,
know, right?
It's our responsibility. Sorry, I'm talking child, but it's our responsibility being the art in the space of the artistry to enlighten the general public so that this misconception. So that we know what we're talking about, so that in future this platform, this our platform has been a pace setter when it comes to clarity and thought leadership. And I don't think we should follow the narrative of other platforms simply because it's buzzing. We need to tell them what it is. And there's a totally different perspective for who is a commercial rap success compared to who is the best rapper skill-wise. And if you're talking about skill set, I've given you your answer. If you're talking about commercial viability, simple. And if you have a doubt about what I've said, I'm sure we have all the rappers' numbers. You can call them and ask them for them.
So you see, when it comes to the conversation,
less talking.
Yes, when it comes to the conversation of
forget trips,
greatest rapper, Ghanaian rapper, right? The rappers forget that the people would pick their greatest rapper according to what they've heard, what they've experienced with these people. Not everybody is actually going to look at lyrical prowess
because they don't know any better.
That's okay. But the thing is, what we forget sometimes is that the fan determines a lot of these things, right? There are a lot of deep rappers that Kojo Trip listens to that a lot of us don't know. And after listening to them, I'm like, oh, these guys are actually good. I'm not a rap head, but I can appreciate it because Metibrofo. That's the only reason.
And to become,
And there are a lot of people too that would like maybe the rap because of the flow. They might not understand anything. They just think it's a great flow, and so they like it. Now these people, how to convince them and let them know that this person is the greatest rapper, or like Cyril is saying, the greatest rap artist, is going to be hard because they won't get it. I feel like rap is a very deep art form. And so not everyone is going to get it. And so those who have the commercial value are those who are always going to be picked. So even though I get Cyril is trying to sensitize and let people know that the greatest rap artist is different from a rapper that has commercial value. Success, or commercial success. People are always going to pick the person that they can relate to, and that's going to be their greatest. And so mine happens to be. No, I'm talking about from the point of someone who is not a rap head.
Don't worry yourself. I am this one. I'm for you.
No, but what did I say? I said if you are talking about commercial viability,
we asked them a simple question.
And I get that, and I'm saying that you saying that you have to greatest rapper, you are separating it.
Okay, no, AC was about to mention it.
All I asked was
and then the rappers decided to cut her in.
All I asked, I don't want to be being misquoted is my problem. The only reason why I interject on this panel is when I realize that another panelist might be misquoting what I said. Not to be rude or to dismiss the other panelist's submission. What I said here is simple, that I want us to know what we are discussing. If we are discussing the commercial viability and the success of as a rap artist, let's do that. But
can I clarify?
That's exactly what I said.
So can I? But that's what Issy said.
That's exactly what I said. I'm just saying that
there was a part of her statement where she was referencing deep artists and blah blah blah.
That's
blah,
something
blah.
I said.
But that's what she said.
No, she said, so if we want to look at deep artists and blah blah, nobody wants to look at deep artists and all that.
No, but that's what she's making her point.
I'm making my point with regards. It doesn't have anything to do with what you said.
What I said.
No, I mentioned what you said, and then I said what I'm saying from a point.
Am I the only one quoted?
No, Trip. AC is making her point. AC is making her point. She referenced at a point in her speech. She referenced what Cyril said and what you said, and you even corrected and said commercial success. She said viability, and then she moved on to make her point. And she was about to mention her name when these two rappers cut her. like that's what rappers do. They keep cutting.
Maybe I'm not a rapper, so I shouldn't.
No. So and then what I want to clarify and let these two rappers understand is that when we talk about the greatest rappers of all time, it's a mixed bag of commercial success and all the
that's
things
exactly
that we say. It's a mixed bag of
for the layman, right?
This is a conversation.
I've also been cut and I'm being misquoted.
This is a conversation. This is a conversation that transcends. Listen, this is a conversation that transcends Culture Daily, 3 Music, Hits, Joy, Ghana. This is a conversation that's even being had where hip hop originated. And all I am asking from us, I am asking us to do something or to look at something. That if we are having the conversation about in our commercial music space, right, who have been our greatest rap successes or our greatest rap artists, totally different conversation from who is our greatest rapper of all time. Totally different conversation. So all I'm asking, forget about the jokes I was making earlier and all that. All I'm asking is, what conversation are we having?
And I just said,
no, that you are saying it's a mixed bag.
We don't believe that it's a mixed bag.
Hold on. You and who don't
and that's why I was trying to tell him that the fans
when you say
most
we
of
don't
these things, you're talking from the perspective of rappers, and I was trying to tell you that.
I'm sorry.
That's why I rebut.
No.
That's why I rebut into what you said, because she made that statement earlier on as well, that we are talking as rappers. We are not talking about as rappers.
Okay.
I am telling you that even Grammys, BETs, MTVs, whatever awards, right? There is a difference between commercial rap artists and their huge success selling streams with marketing machines and all that.
But I didn't say that.
I'm coming to help you out. I also want to ask a question.
She made the statement.
I did make the statement and said that you are talking from the POV of a rapper. If you are not, that's okay. But I know the difference, and you've mentioned the difference.
So let me help out.
It doesn't have anything to do with the POV.
Let me help out. I'll fight this. Hold on, I'll fight this matter.
What are we discussing?
Exactly. So can I come to it? Can I answer it? Thank you. Number one, when we put the word great there, by definition, great would have so many things in there that will qualify somebody to become great. And those things, as part of our conversation, is got to do with commercial success. It's got to do with lyrical dexterity. It's got to do with everything in there. The person must have, those trends that we saw online recently, where my friend, maybe like my husband, then they pour a bit of water in there and made up. Yes. Those things add up to define great. So if you come and tell me that Kojo Trip is the greatest of all times, Kojo Trip does not have the yes. That's where. But I'm coming. Hold on. You cannot tell me you don't have it. I say you don't have it.
But that's where you're also wrong.
I'm saying that. Hold on. When we talk about commercial success, you Trip can't, or me. Let me know you Trip. Me Jay, I rap. That's what I'm saying. I also rap very well. Me Jay cannot compare my commercial success to Lord Kenya.
Yeah, of course not.
Or to Manifest, or to J-Town, or to Cyril, or to anybody else. I can't compare mine because I did not hit that. I may be deep in my lyrics, but I did not gain that global attention or that national attention. So I'm saying that. So I'm coming. So I'm saying that when we say great, All these things form a part of it. So I come back to you to ask you two rappers that you are making noise here like rap.
But you know what
stop
is
referring.
what?
Stop. That's why. Then we go have this debate till we close. Stop. Two things. Stop referring to us.
But you're rappers.
No. Stop.
The guy said himself is serial. Didn't you say serial?
No. I mean yes. But the way you are using the reference makes it seem as if all our opinions or what we are sharing are going through the bias of us being rappers. And please.
But the artist just answered his name as the answer.
And I'm telling you that, but even if we are discussing rap and the greatest rapper, and even if you choose to refer to us as the rappers in the room, out of the 5 of us here, we would be the most qualified to speak on the genre. So the 2 of you, from your commercial, your consumerist point of view, have every right to say what AC is saying, what you are saying. I agree perfectly. All I'm asking you is that the question of greatest rapper of all time is totally different from greatest rap artist of all time. If you are talking about the greatest rapper, even Jay-Z will mention his inspirations to you. And do you know how much Eminem worships Rakim? Yeah. Eminem will tell you Rakim Allah is the greatest rapper of all time, even though Eminem and Jay-Z might have the greatest rap success more than Rakim, but Eminem will refer to Rakim. Drake will give you his references. Jay-Z will tell you about B.I.G.
So Serial and hold on. So no. So Serial and Trip. I asked you a question. I'm coming. Hold on.
That's what
Eminem, you've made reference to Eminem saying Rakim and all of that. So I asked you your opinion. So in your opinion, if I ask Eminem, he will say Rakim.
But we're saying,
so I asked Trip.
We're saying
and
that
give me.
I'm saying the question is different. If you ask Eminem, Eminem, who's the greatest rap artist or the greatest rap commercial success, Eminem will not mention Rakim.
Trip and Serial, who is the greatest rap artist of all time in Ghana for you? Which your definition people won't give me? And they give you, but you give me answer.
Jay, because you cited Drake. Let me give you an example.
I cited Drake. You heard me open my mouth to say Drake.
No, I said you mentioned him like in a.
the guy was
you mentioned him.
No, I did not mention Drake.
You're trying to make a point.
Serial mentioned Drake. Okay, so you have forgotten. I
want to use Drake as an example.
So say you want to use Drake.
No, I want to use Drake as an example.
Her opinion, and you put cut her.
No, I want to use Drake as an example. The reason I would not say that Drake is the greatest rapper of all time.
But I didn't say Drake was the greatest rapper of all time.
No, I'm using him as an example. That I wouldn't call Drake the greatest rapper, but I would call Drake the greatest rap artist of all time.
But we did not ask about the great rap artist. We said greatest rapper. So why are you bringing another option? Yeah, so why are you bringing a second option?
I just want to know, I don't know why we are expanding the question and making it a big deal. Yeah. The question is simple, right? It's, are you talking about in Ghana? The 33.
But that was the question I asked.
Let me finish. I'm talking about. Are you talking about with the 33 million Ghanaians here? Who possesses the greatest rap skill? Yeah. Is that the question? Or are you asking that out of the 33 million people, who has been able to create a rap career most successfully out of it? It's two different questions.
I want to ask you a question. If anyone met you randomly and asked you who's the greatest rapper of all time, will you do this breakdown for them?
Yes, every single time.
But he wouldn't.
And that's what I'm saying.
Why
you want to be very honest. Because if someone, it's a simple question. Who is the greatest rapper of all time?
You cannot conclude that on me. No. You cannot conclude that. And I have evidence.
I'm not even coming. Okay.
Open my timeline. When GTV or whoever made that list, I went at them. When GH1 corroborated that list, I went at them. There is no point where anybody will ask me this question where I will not take the opportunity to let them know that the question in itself is flawed. Yeah. Please, so don't tell me that I won't.
All right.
I am telling you, if you are asking me who is the greatest boxer right now, people will mention Ali, they'll mention Tyson. If you ask me who's the most successful boxer right now, they'll give you Floyd Mayweather. But Mayweather himself has accepted that he no go touch Tyson or Ali when it comes to the skill of boxing. But Ali and Tyson were never.
I don't know why.
It's two different questions. You are making it about the fact that maybe Trip and I are rappers.
Hold on. Let me ask. When you mention Ali and what's his name, Mayweather, I didn't live in Ali's era. Okay, the people who lived in Ali's era would reference him in those moments and the things he achieved. We shall remember him and revere him as one of the honorable boxers. But times change. People evolve. We can't still leave it at Ali for the rest of our lives, can we? But I'm just saying, we can't leave it there for the rest of our lives. Yeah. We can't say that if anybody pops up today and achieves a certain level of greatness, which that person will forever still be under Ali because the person didn't live in Ali's era. We can't do that. And it is the same thing that we do. Example, so we can give all the reference to the early presidents, the prime ministers, and the George Washingtons and the people who did the discovery. But doesn't mean that other discoveries haven't been made afterwards. Yeah. People have done things, so we can still the world moves on. So in the same vein, if we say that Rakim and Co were the greatest success rappers or the greatest, I'm coming on. I'm not misquoting you. I'm not misquoting you. I'm just saying
raised my hand so that you know that I want to say something.
Everybody will say a lot of things.
Yeah.
So this conversation is personal to you.
No.
So that no.
I don't want that bias. We can't.
Hold on.
It's just facts.
No. Hold on. I beg you, hold on. You cannot listen to me. The person who might be the greatest rapper in Ghana may not necessarily be AC's favorite or Ole's favorite. But the question was to get each person's opinion. And I can go back to the tape and play. That I asked that, in your opinion, who do you think? Now, when I say who do you think is the greatest, the word greatest there comes with a lot of definitions. If you want to use commercial success, it's fine, it's you. If you want to use lyrical dexterity, it's you. But everybody has a right to tell who he or she feels is the greatest rapper. So AC asked a very important question. That would this be the same breakdown? For me, I said Eminem. To me, it's not Jay-Z, it's not Rakim, it's not Tupac. For me, it's not Biggie. For me, it's Eminem. I love Eminem. I love everything about him. When I listen to his music, it relates so well to me. I listen to his rap, I understand it so well. For me, he is the greatest rapper of all time. For Jay, it doesn't mean that my opinion is wrong because you might like Rakim. But that shouldn't be for us to now decide whether it's by success in terms of bank accounts.
In that case,
hold on.
In that case,
hold on. It doesn't mean that success in my bank account or success. It is everybody and what he or she feels, because somebody may have lived in Jedubile Ambule's era and sees him as the greatest rapper of all time. But somebody is living Lyrical Joe's era now, and to him, who is probably 6 years old, sees Lyrical Joe as the guy who he wants to. It's everything for him.
That's the goat for him.
That is the goat for him. And it doesn't mean anything. The people who share the breakdown on the other platforms, it's their opinion. And it's somebody who sat down and says, per what I have witnessed in my life, what I have gained access to. For me, for all you know, it could be some guy in Mexico or Mexico, they call it, who can be the greatest rapper, but I don't have access to that guy. So I don't know him. So that's what I'm trying to explain to Cyril, that we can break it down all we want, but it still hinges on your personal opinion, because I do not know how much Tupac had in his account or how much influence he made during his time. That is his time, that's his era. People may still celebrate him out of the fact that maybe he did X and X and X and X and X. But as you talk today, there are other rappers in the system who are also doing, crazy things. We only revere those people because they are coming from a certain time and era where they were like originators. But it doesn't mean that I will hinge on Tupac till I die. It doesn't work that way. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. So the question comes back again, that to you, who will be your greatest rapper?
He said
it shouldn't.
Cyril.
Yes, and he answered me, so that's Cyril. And that's fine, because there are a bunch of other upcoming artists or artists who lived during Cyril's rap era who found me. Do you know how I worship this guy when he killed it in SA? Do you know how we made noise about it? We made noise. He is there, he knows it. We made so much noise about Cyril, and we said that he was cheated out of that competition. And he was a rap battle artist, if not one of the first public or commercial battle rappers in Ghana. He's sitting next to me here. He knows it. He was smiling his head. So if you ask me, who is the greatest battle rapper of all time, I will point him. I don't know,
Bro,
I will point him.
See, I don't want this
if
to
you
be
ask
about
me, but that's me.
I don't want this to
that's
be personalized.
Jay.
That's why I'm asking the question to clarify.
Who is your greatest battle rapper in Ghana? Do you know that you also mentioned somebody else?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, but for me, if I'm supposed to close my eyes right now and select,
you said battle rap,
I'm coming.
You are being specific.
I can. So I'm saying is that
as a panel,
if you ask me right now,
I feel cut you or you know
almost. If you ask me right now, head for head. If you ask me right now, that who is my greatest battle rapper of all time in Ghana, I will point at this man. If you ask me to take somebody to the battlefield now, somebody I'm confident that I know can kill it, Cyril. I will take Cyril, because Obeka is in our war. Onimia. And it's just Jay's opinion.
Yeah.
And nobody can change that. From the back.
The nice submission. Everything you said, 100%.
He knows it now.
As a panel, we cannot discuss opinions.
Yeah.
Then it would be a moot discussion.
Yeah.
Because all 5 of us would make 5. No, let me.
I won't cut him. I feel like cutting. I won't cut him.
All 5 of us would give 5 different responses, and it would now be pointless. That is why I am asking, because I think the point of a panel discussion is to conclude on something.
Yeah.
But if he says A, B, C, D, E, and we close, and viewers just know that the 5 panelists have 5 different opinions, nothing is really achieved. We could have tweeted this and saved an hour. Right? That's what I'm saying. The reason why the Joe Frazier thing went viral was because the statement was being discussed to establish it as more or less a fact.
A fact, yeah.
That no matter what your opinion is,
this is what it
is.
Yeah.
That is the difference between an opinionated a panel discussion and a panel discussion that's trying to establish a fact.
Yeah.
So if you are saying that you are just here for opinions and we should submit our own perspectives because AC is from a generation, Trip is from a generation, I'm from a generation, blah, 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 let's all do it and submit what our generational conclusions and opinions are, and then it will be a moot discussion. But if we are trying to take the imprint of understanding what the genre is, what the facets of the criteria of greatness are defined by, what it's possible to understand it from, and come to a conclusion that we can give to our listeners and viewers that so based on A, B, C, D, this is the fact. That's a totally different discussion. That's all I asked for us to discuss. Very beautiful. That's all I asked for us to discuss, because if it's about who is the commercial, if a rap artist or the biggest rap act in the country, my opinion is irrelevant. I'll look at who is selling the most, who has longevity, who has managed to be consistent, blah, blah, blah. And even if I don't agree based on my opinion, I can say it is A. But if you are talking about purely skill, then it's my opinion. And we would all share different opinions. So that's all I wanted to ask you, that the point of this panel, are we looking to conclude and leave saying that Yao Mensah is the greatest rapper, regardless AC doesn't like him, Trip doesn't like him, Cyril likes him, J Fully likes him, or we are asking about our opinions? Because like you say you will die on the hill of Eminem. I will die on the hill of Jay-Z. Somebody will die on the hill of Nas. We'll finish a 10-hour discussion and nothing has changed. We'll still live with our opinions. But if we were all to put our personal opinions aside and try and establish a fact so that we can live with a conclusion that can be banked on, that the same way they say who's the fastest man alive, Usain Bolt, who is the this, the that, despite your opinion, Messi and Ronaldo, it's subjective. But when we look at the stats, the greatest is there. So the statistics has the greatest player of all time. So are we
saying that we've never had this show on opinions before?
I didn't say that. No,
you said opinions will make the conversation work. I'm asking you a question.
I said it's based on.
Wait, let's verify that point, because I heard that.
It's based on the conversation we're having.
There is a difference between having a panel discussion based on opinions about something that has happened. That is to provide different perspectives about the same thing. But now we are trying to establish from our different perspectives and create one thing, which is backwards.
But the question I asked
was opinion. He wants everybody's opinion from different eras, and you answered yourself. So then, are you trying to say that when you mentioned yourself, you expect all of us to end up and conclude that okay, we all agree?
That is not what I'm saying.
So then everybody give their own opinion before when they are done, we'll now come and have a conversation about exactly. So we are not there yet.
I asked a simple question, that if it is rap success we are talking about,
then I can share my
opinion. If it is skill, I can share my opinion. And then you guys started laughing. Play the video back. When you asked me the question, I said I'll answer, but I just want to be clear. If it's commercial success, I know what to answer. If it is skill and the actual talent of it, I know what to answer. And the irony is that the two of you are the ones who started laughing. So I just wanted to understand what we are talking about. and for some reason it became about us, the rappers. I asked a simple question,
Well,
and the
we
two
need
of
to
you
fight
laughed.
back.
I was
to
the
wrap
one who
this
made
up.
it about rappers, but then again,
I'll fight it back.
I asked a simple question.
All I have to say is
And
that
I even answered.
in the end,
I answered that if it is about commercial success and viability, blah blah blah, I'll
what I
give it
said.
to my brother.
I
Sak.
literally just
But if
said
you're
you
asking
answered.
about,
You
and I
said
answered,
yourself,
but I said
right?
that I don't want us to have a debate that doesn't have a dead conclusion. Joe Fraser gave his dead conclusion. Boom. That he, according to his facts, his opinion, experiences, everything he has got, Mensa is the best. Yeah. Right? That's a dead conclusion. So I'm just asking that what are we discussing? Is it this or that? That's all. And you guys laughed first, and then you made it about us being rappers.
All right, so hold on. Let me say something. The question, Cyril broke it into what he wants it to mean. No, hold on. When somebody, what's your name?
See, the same award. Let me give you an example. The same award platform. I didn't break it down into what I want it to mean. Because the two are different. Let me state this fact. Let me give you the fact. The same platform that celebrated Eminem for all his amazing achievements celebrated Rakim as the greatest rapper of all time. The same platform that celebrated Eminem based on his commercial success, him coming out, the consistency, the craziness, the lyrical dexterity, blah, blah, and gave it to Eminem. When they were celebrating all-time greatest rapper of whatever, blah, 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 they gave it to Rakim, the same platform. So it's not me creating two different opinions based on what I think. Two different opinions exist. That's why I started my submission with even the Grammys, the MTVs, the whatever, I mentioned them, that even them, they have two facets that they look at. When they are doing Lifetime Achievement Award, all-time greatest, blah, 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 they throw out all the commercial and blah, 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 and look at the purest form, and they can award Black Thought, they can NAS, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But if it's a commercial entity or a commercial approach, they give it to a Drake or whatever. So I just wanted to know that which one are we doing? Yeah. And I even gave you my answer for both, that if you choose to do commercial one, Sak. If you are talking about purest form, Cyril. That's it. And then you guys laughed, and after laughing, you made it about us being rappers. And that's what I didn't want the conversation to be. That because Trip and Cyril are here, so the rappers, they talk some way.
I think I disagree entirely with Cyril's submission on this. Because this is a purely, like I said, and I'm going back to my point, this is a purely opinionated question I asked about to you. Whether it's a person's commercial success or to you want to lean towards the person's lyrical dexterity or the person's popularity.
And that's when
to
I
you.
came in and mentioned
it was a question based on opinion. What do you think as you? So if you feel there are top 4 names or there are, and I even said in no order of order of preference, if to you feel it is such, fine. It shouldn't be. I think maybe what the fear is that somebody will pick it and then go and write that to you. You said this is the person's or this is the. It's as Olele. You have your greatest. Look, I asked you about your name. Yeah. Kojo Trip. When I ask you what's your name is Kojo, you probably tell me Trip or Kojo, or I can mention both. Yeah. But I can further break it down and say, can you give me both? What your names are? What's your full name or something? Yeah. But that's entirely up to you and how you want to.
Let me give you facts. Let me give you verifiable facts. Olele has his laptop there. He can open it.
That's what.
The same BET that gave Eminem his awards, Best Rap Artist, Best Rap Album, gave Rakim Allah the award for Hip Hop Icon. Period. Nas, who has already won Best Rapper and blah 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 and has been celebrated as one of the greatest of all time. Also, he himself chose Rakim at the Hip Hop Grandmasters Awards as Hip Hop Icon of the Millennium. It goes on. Eric B and Rakim here celebrated. Rakim's Scarface to be honored, blah, blah, blah. Olele, you can verify all this. So there's a difference. Even the people who have got the award for commercial, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just asking a question, bro. Yes. What are we talking about in this panel? Because if we are talking about both, then I've given you my two answers. Yeah. So let's move on. If we are talking about one, mention the one we are talking about, then I'll know that whether
because the follow-up to that question is in terms of
we hear you, no problem. Yeah, we cool. Olele, please, a mixed bag of both for you. Who whether there's 70%, whether there's 70% commercial success or 20% the other one, whichever one.
Yeah, I think for me, I believe you can't talk about the greatest of all time and not talk about achievements. Mm-hmm. I think it's straightforward. That's why we can't have a conversation about football and not talk about Ronaldo and Messi, regardless of whoever has come to play football. We talk about these two players because their achievements are out of this world, and it is visible. There are players who play better than Messi. They probably dribble better than Messi in their respective leagues, but it cannot be compared to the achievement that Messi has, clocked over the years. And that is also one thing we need to look at in terms of generations, how relevant you have been, in terms of impact in terms of generations. So it doesn't matter if you were playing, because Abedi Pele was great in his time. Ronaldinho was great in his time. Ronaldo Gaucho was great in his time. But when we talk about football, we can never talk about football without talking about Ronaldo and Messi. Why? Because their achievements and impact have transcended times. And that is that's how I want to approach this conversation. Last year, this conversation was hard because Billboard and Vibe put together a list of 50 greatest rappers of all time. Debbie, if it's ready, please put it out. I want the people to look at something. I did some reading, and this is like a personal editorial I did for this particular conversation because, like Shiro said, some of us are not rap purists, right? But of course, for those of us who write about the culture, there are a few things you need to consider when you look at some of these conversations. Debbie, if it's ready, please put it on the screen. There was a metric, all right? There was something they were considering when they put out the list for 50 greatest rappers of all time. Obviously, this thing started, a conversation, and Jay-Z was actually was ranked number 1. Nas
number 2 and Lil Wayne number 3.
No, Nas was actually number 3. Lil Wayne was number 7.
No, the updated list, which is on Forbes now, I'm looking at.
Forbes is the best rappers of all time. They made a mistake.
You talk about your Michael. As you vex, you move up.
You can't tell me that Forbes has made a mistake. This
Forbes
is 2024 as of last month.
So wait, between the two of you, what I want to understand, before you continue.
When I started, I said,
I beg, clarify something from you. The two of you, clarify something from me. I'm confused. So this, be it Forbes or Billboard, they've actually curated whatever list. I'm coming. I beg you. Let me ask a question. Yeah. Hey, you want to ask a question from me?
Yeah, I see where you are going with it, but finish. No problem.
Let me ask you because those people don't know where I'm going.
Yes,
no problem. So with what I'm seeing on the screen, be it Forbes or Billboard, there is a certain greatest rapper of all time. Good populated list.
Billboard and Vibe came together to put out a list of 50 greatest rappers of all time.
Oh, they did.
Forbes put together 50 top rappers of all time, and there are two things. You can show me the screen. You can show me the screen you have. What screen do you have? Show me the screen you have. What is the headline?
I'm sending the link to you.
What's the headline?
I'm sending the link to you, bro. Don't worry.
What's the headline?
Okay, he says he's working on it.
I'm sending the link to you.
Continue.
I just want him to read the headline.
I think he's taking time to look for it.
No, he said 2024, and I am talking about 2023.
So I'm getting back to it.
Yeah, he's on his phone.
Because I'm letting you know that
the Forbes link you're talking about, I've already seen it. That's what I'm saying.
And I've also seen this, and I'm telling you that this. Well, I've read these articles, bro. This is created, I think, February, March, April, maybe May or April 2023. There's 2 new lists. When was it? It's 2023. When was it?
I think that list was actually put together in celebration
of hip hop in 2023.
Anniversary. Yes. Of hip hop.
It was 2023.
It was in August, actually.
It was August 2023.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that as of April 2024, there are new lists. Yeah. So that I was just trying to tell you that
basing it off that list.
Yes, and I'm saying that I just want you to know that it is a fluid conversation. Yeah. If you go to 2022, there's a list.
So,
if you go to 2021, there's a list.
No, so
I need to learn so that you understand.
Yeah, so let him finish.
I just want let me say my last thing. Please let the viewers and the listeners know that this list in 2023 is not an ultimate list because I beg you, let me learn.
But the guy no finishes.
I didn't say he said. Listen. When you say there is a list of greatest rappers, a listener will presuppose that is the list.
No.
I'm just saying that.
Let him finish. I think that in all fairness, let Olele finish his submission.
I didn't say I won't let him finish. I'm just putting the caveat in there that let it be known that as much as
an error in his speech,
I didn't say there's an error in his speech.
I said Jay Foley says that even if there's an error in his speech,
all I am saying, bro,
we need to let him finish.
All I am saying is that since the 80s, every single year there is a list of greatest rappers.
Agreed.
So Olele is showing us the list from 2023 based on hip hop's anniversary.
Okay.
That's all
right, Cyril, fine. So Olele, can you finish?
I'm just clarifying.
No, so he has to finish.
I think you need to
if you know finish, you let him look also wrong.
To make my presentation.
Yeah.
There is no list about rappers and greatest rappers of all time articles I haven't read because when this conversation started, right? I had to look at what the owners of the journal have been writing about as a pop culture journalist.
Ojasho.
Okay, the Forbes link you are talking about, and I'll get to that because I realize that is where often people miss it. People miss best rappers of all time versus greatest rappers of all time. Best rapper of all time is like an MVP player in a season. So LeBron James could be the MVP player of a particular season, right? But you can argue that Kobe Bryant is the greatest NBA player of all time because of the achievements he's had. And that's just an example. Do you get what I'm saying? The Forbes list, which was written in June 2024, it was even updated here, June 2024, is talking about their 50 top rappers of all time. That is exclusive to Forbes. But the story that created the conversation and created the buzz was a list put together by Billboard and Vibe in 2023, like he said, in honor of hip hop. And they had some metrics. That is what I want us to go with, because these are the gatekeepers of the culture from where the genre is established, right? So we can go to the metrics there, use that to establish the conversation we all want to have. Because obviously, like he said, if you want to narrow it down to this and that and that and that and that, people are going to have their subjective opinions. But I'm saying that if we present the metrics, then it opens the conversation for us to be honest with who indeed is the greatest of all time. When I started my conversation, I said, you cannot talk about the greatest of all time and not talk about impact. You cannot talk about the greatest of all time and not talk about achievement. Then why then are you great? Because everybody is great in their own right. I can say that I'm the greatest pop culture journalist of all time, right? But what am I using to say that? That will be subjective, right? But when you open it up, you can tell that me, I don't reach anywhere, because there are people who have come to do it and their work still remain and it's inspired other generations. I hope I'm making sense. So let's go back to the metrics. Then I can lead it to my argument. Then we can have a conversation, because I am not a rap purist. I'm a journalist, right? I write, I read, and I see how the culture has evolved. We are supposed to be creating our dynamics based on a genre that is 50 years older than our industry, right? And so we need to look at a mirror that we can say, okay, we can use this to also ascertain or assess what we also have done to the culture. You understand what I'm saying? So Debbie, please put back the thing on the screen. Let me read what the metrics were in Billboard's 50 greatest rappers of all time. It says the teams took into account the following criteria, not in any particular order: body of work or achievements, which is charted singles, albums, gold or platinum certifications, cultural impact or influence, how the artist's work fostered the genre's evolution, longevity, that is years at the mic, that is still active, lyrics, storytelling skills, baby, I don't know, and then what? And then flow. Okay, Debbie, take me to the next screenshot that I sent you before I come to the breakdown, where you look at the fact that the conversation often is a thin line between who is the GOAT and who is the bra. Who is the greatest of all time and who is the best rapper alive. A journalist at Complex wrote a very fantastic editorial on that thin line difference that people often tend to miss when it comes to this conversation. Because, bro, you have a best rapper of all time, and that is subjective. Cyril may have a best rapper of all time, that's his subjective opinion. I may have my best rapper of all time. If you ask me, the best rapper of all time for me is EL, for me. But if you say the greatest rapper of all time, it's Akode. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I get you.
Yeah.
You get me? Because some of these things, they are very subjective. So let me read this. It says, it's so important to consider that the best rapper alive debate is different from the GOAT conversation. Being the bra, which is the best rapper alive, doesn't mean you are the biggest or the most what? Successful. It just means that you are the best at one particular moment. But of course, in hip hop, being the best is intrinsically about being what? Big. And being at your best doesn't make you the what? The best. So if your prime coincides with someone else's, well, hey, there's always what? Next year.
Try again.
When you look back in the hip hop terrain with 2020 hindsight, tally up the votes and declare the GOATs. But the best rapper alive from year to year is the feeling in the moment. So today, as it stands now, someone might think we could smoke is the best rapper alive for 2024 because he's hot, people has got his attention, and so on and so forth. But the debates among rap fans living in the moment since the early days of hip hop, but those discussions have never been properly catalogued until now. Then it goes on to say they present blah 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 blah. So you now realize that there is indeed metrics that come with the conversation. Now my final screenshot is where I do a complete breakdown of what could possibly be considered when you talk about the best rapper or the greatest rapper of all time. Then begin the last screenshot, and you see that there are about 11 things you need to look at. You need to look at lyricism, the flow, the impact, the catalog or discography, the versatility, technical skills, cultural relevance, stage presence or performance, influence on peers, awards and accolades, and innovation. At least these 11 things should be able to bring us to the table of who indeed is the greatest rappers of all time. Now this is where you have a fair conversation, because you're talking about somebody who is great, not somebody who is best at what he does. And that's the only contribution I can give to this table.
I think that, well, in the interest of time, because our time is up and we'll have to wrap up, we would use this to continue this conversation. These are debates. They get heated at a point in time. They softly will eat. There's a place called Nuka Bite where we all eat local food. We'll all pick it up, go and eat food and come back tomorrow at it. But before we wrap up real quickly, I'll have everybody give their final submission. Wakana is also, giving you a chance to plan your summer and trips outside the country or even within the country as well. Just visit any of their travel centers in Accra, Kumasi, or Takrade, or in Tamale as well. And you get a chance to actually go through their packages, so that you can plan trips, summer vacations, flight, hotels, and all of that in there. Or you can download their app. It's Wakana Ghana, or go to their website. It's wakanaghana.com.gh. Lancaster has got great news. Guess what? You can get up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University. It's the only British university campus in West Africa. You get to be taught by the finest faculty, trained to UK standards in their ultra modern campus. And also just go to lancaster.edu.gh or admissions@lancaster.edu.gh, or call them if it's easier for you on 0209 60 70 08. Betway says that if you're thinking of betting on your favorite games but the odds aren't encouraging enough, or you feel your money isn't enough for you to win, then use Betway to sort out all these problems. It's very simple. It's betway.com.gh, or download the app, that's Betway, and register. And if you do so as a first timer, you can get 200% bonus if you deposit of up to 3,250. It is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. It can be addictive, so please bet responsibly. Yes. So let me just wrap it up. Cyril, your pointers on that before we go, real quickly, and then I'll go back to Trip, who has been on Kwame on the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, Olele got a spot on, and the list he's sent. Oh no, everybody was right. That's why I said it's subjective. Yeah. Everybody's right. That's the problem. Olele's list is great, and the sourcing and the reference to the sources is great, but I've also shared some other resources. And before we continue this conversation, I'll share further resources, key resources that are as viable as what Olele has shared, and they also have their own matrices, and their rankings are also totally different. So the fact is that there is no one source, there's no one dope journalist who got it right, there's no one media house whose perspective is king. There's different definitions. Here, I don't want to dwell on it, but here is a source I shared, also explaining what they do. What makes a rapper great? Blah, 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 blah. They also have a different one, which doesn't, oh, no, I don't know, to start something else. We'll pick it up when we start.
Okay. Tomorrow, okay, fine, tomorrow.
We'll pick it up when we start, but I just want to establish the fact that
But
what did you say? You just said...
I'm saying if we want to get into the conversation.
But for the past 40 minutes, we've been getting into the conversation. What are you telling me?
No,
Cyril. No, hold on.
You did. Cyril, no.
Cyril, no. You're not being fair.
This one, you're not even being fair. Because when Cyril said it, even if he said yes, he came to ask you, what did you say? You didn't say anything.
No, you came to say yes to everything that was being said. Yes.
To everything.
Because I'm in agreement.
Charlie, give him the squatters.
But it's supposed to be opinionated. Your opinion is the same as Cyril.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So
what's the opinion?
This convo, yes.
It's not the same as Cyril.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, like Cyril said, I would need clarity on it because you are speaking from a fan's perspective.
Don't worry.
I'm a fan as well, but I'm also...
When you see question there, raise your hand and call them to come and give you clarity. But you see, I like this. The insights are good. Both Olele and Cyril have shared, some references in there. It's good for us to try and like Cyril said, it's a convo that's been had for many, many years. But we here at Culture Daily will bring it to an end tomorrow.
We'll be back.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Malta Guinness and Telecel.